with everything. It is Monday, April the 22nd, 2024, and it's about 7:20 in the morning. We're high 30s, going up to 67 today, so most likely we're going to get a few outdoor projects done. One being finally getting this bench stripped. I bought a sander. So we got the fence taken care of. So this is what we're looking at. I managed to get the pallet off of the half of that tote, and I just turned it upside down. Some kind of shelter if they decide to use it. If not, we're gonna try to figure out an additional option. So let me get them released and I'll bring you back. So it's about 30 minutes later, and I managed to get the coop in their sleep area raked up, and I put some DE down for them. That's the area where they sleep every night, and they have a specific corner, and they don't have no bowel or bladder control. So we got that scraped up. I'm throw that in my tote bag there by the barn. I've since managed to get the wheelbarrow fixed, collected up my eggs for the day, and found one of my ducks had passed over the night. She was acting kind of funny yesterday when I put them up, so I knew she would either spring back or pass, and she did. And I want to say that was Sue. She was from the first set we got. So yesterday I replaced this shade, and what I'd like to do is come up with a jerry rig plan to where it's not gonna rub on the wire or the post and tear a hole in it, because that's what happened with the other tarp. So we're left with 3 females ducks and 5 males. I'm gonna get some apple cider vinegar for this water, get some stuff cleaned up here, and we'll chit chat later. So it is Tuesday. It's about 4 p.m. and today we're gonna do tinkering with it Tuesday. So what I did was drill some holes in this area, and that's gonna be where the water comes out. I'm gonna try to do a bit of top feeding, so all 3 of these stackables have holes in them in the sides. Now this one, when I was drilling the hole in the bottom, broke apart, but the hole got bigger than I wanted it to be. So what I did was put a thick piece of wood in the base and then drilled it into the railroad ties. So the bottom part, based on the wind we get, won't be doing much moving. These 2 pieces have been hot glued together just to give some sturdiness to this stackable. And my intent is to plant nasturtiums in these. In this one, I originally intended to do beans in them. So these also have the holes. However, it has a 3.5 foot pole that's sandwiched between the 2x4s, and the pole goes all the way to the top. Trying to get this a little more sturdy based on the wind that we get in this general area. So I'm hoping I could water from the top instead of individual cells. So while we wait for my last frost date to pass, I'm just trying to implement a few things to where it'll be easier this summer. Now, I attempted to drill holes in this, turn it upside down, but this pole is getting in the way. So I need to come up with a better way of watering. It's sturdy. This wind's been blowing, and we just have to see how it's going to hold up. Good everything. It is Wednesday, the 24th, I believe, of April 2024, and it's going to be a wellness Wednesday kind of morning. I got some fruits washed up here. I'm getting ready to peel them and cut them up and do a bit of juicing. We have grapefruits, green apples, lemon, ginger, and even though this recipe does not call for celery, I'm trying to use up a few stalks of celery. So that's project number 1. Project number 2, this is what the infused olive oil and the dandelion oil that I'm making the salve with looks like. And it's been about, I'd say, 9 days. Started it on the 15th. So I just brought it up from the basement. I'm gonna shake it up and put it back. And that's project number 2. Project number 3 is these beans. Now, according to my zone, these could go out, I wanna say the 5th of May, but I am going to plant them today. I've been soaking them now for about let's say 48 hours. So I'm gonna plant them now, see if they do anything. Looked at the temps and we're not getting down to 30s anymore, so I think they should be good. And these are, one is the Frijol Tortuga Negre, which I believe is the black bean, and if I don't pronounce it right, forgive me. And then one is the Frijol pinto bean. I picked these up from Walmart a few weeks ago, 50 cents per pack. So let me get these strained up and we'll go from there. All right, got those drained out. Now I know some people may choose not to soak them. I am no expert gardener, so whatever may help me, I attempt. So I'm gonna plant these up and take you outside and show you where I'm planting them. All right, but before we go outside, this is what the juice is looking like. Managed to get 4 bottles. You could definitely taste the lemon and the grapefruit. All right, it's about 2:30. Finally came outside since the temp went up to about 60. So today I am going to get those I'm gonna put my lemongrass finally in some pots. Trying to keep the roots moist, and they're still doing fine, looking healthy. Like I said, we're not going back up to, or we're not going below 32 from what I could see no longer. So we're gonna get that planted up. I planted some celery, store-bought, that was growing on my windowsill, some romaine lettuce heads, and also some green onions. Planted those out. So let me get these planted and I'll show you what we got going on. So I think we're gonna do pinto black bean kind of thing. And stagger them. Don't necessarily want the same thing in a row. So I need to go to the dollar store and see if I find me another blue stackable. If not, I guess any stackable would do at this point. Doesn't matter if it's blue or not. But what I was thinking is that the stackable that's going to go on top, I'm going to just do flowers in that one and call it a day. So got that planted in, and now I'm going to water it in. Ideally, what I didn't get to show in the video yesterday was that the intent would then be to use something like this gallon bottle of water and use it to water the whole process. So let me get this watered in and we'll go from there. So I hope the camera captures it, but the water is then running out of the hole right there, and it's going to drop down to the bottom. So that being said, I got my store-bought onions in this area, and this is just basically trying to get my pests under control. And then from the onion seeds that I dropped a few weeks ago I have some sprouts going on with those as well. So then we managed to get in this bag. I see that right now it has an L for lettuce, but I doubt it's lettuce. When I put the bags back on the bench, I hadn't as yet labeled them, so right now we're at watch and wait to see what sprouts to figure out what's what. But for now, this one out of the 5 have sprouted, and this is my store-bought organic celery. I had it sitting on my kitchen sink for a couple of weeks now till the roots came out, so I planted that up, and so did the heads of these organic romaine lettuce. So that's what I managed to get done today. And I planted the 2 lemongrass in the same buckets for now. Might separate them as they grow. So that being said, let me clean up and I'll bring you back. And the last project for today that got done was I planted some cucumbers. There are 4 different varieties, 2 on each side. I will list the varieties on the screen. So I'm mixing up a batch of weed killer. I'm gonna do a bit of spraying, and then I'm going to call it a day. So thanks for stopping by. Trust everyone have a blessed day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Good everything. It is Thursday, April the 25th, 2024. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I went on my Dollar Tree hike but couldn't find a blue stackable, the big ones. I found the small ones, so hopefully this is going to do the trick. In the top tier we'll just do some pansies or some type of flower that's going to attract some pollinators to the garden. I did the same thing and drilled a hole about and 1/2 inch up from the base, and then stack it on top of the big stacker. So got that accomplished. Planted the beans yesterday, obviously, so we'll see what we could do with this. So the dirt from over by the barn, I brought it in the chicken coop, and as you can see, the girls are dust bathing their happy hearts away. As to the fix for the fabric that's rubbing on the run, this is what I did. I bought an 89-cent pool noodle from Walmart, and I got it cut up, and I zip tied it to this area, and I also put a piece over there where it's touching the fence wire.